am I doing here? I'm playing eighth notes while a delay unit I have set for one repeat plays a dotted eighth note later. So notation wise it looks like this. I'll put that up. Turn that delay off for a minute. I'm just using a plug-in, but you can do it with any delay unit. The delay unit is set to repeat each note 3/4 of a beat later. So the eighth notes are just like this. I think I have a tempo of 96. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 1 and 2, 1, 2, like that. Now, the way the delay is set, the first note gets repeated on the final 16th note in the beat. So that's 1 and a 2. And then the second note I play gets repeated on the E of the next beat. So that's 1 E and a 2 E. So when I play steady eighth notes, the result will be steady 16th notes, and it'll be a note from 3/16 notes earlier and give you that kind of bubbly sound. So I'm going to turn that back on and do that. I'm just doing it with A minor pentatonic from now to make it easy for you to see what I'm doing. So 3 and a 4 and I'm just doing the tempo from memory. Let me turn the click on. Okay, now I don't know if I said this, but you can buy a delay pedal that'll figure this all out for you. You just tap the tempo with your foot on a button, and then you set a dial that has a little picture of a dotted eighth note on it, and off you go. But you don't have to have a special delay pedal. You can just do it with any delay unit that has the ability to put in a number of milliseconds. And once you get used to it, you can actually just do it by ear, although it's nice to have the exact number. And I'm going to show you how to calculate what that is. To make a long story short, you just divide 45 by the tempo. So for my groove, which is 96 beats per minute, I'm going to divide 45 by 96, and that'll give me 0.46875 seconds. So round that off to 469 milliseconds of delay. So how do you figure that out, that it's going to be 45 divided by 96? There's actually a little bit longer calculation, and it's good to know how this works in case you want to try it with a different rhythmic idea like triplets, or maybe there's something I haven't even thought of yet that you could do it for. But anyway, we're starting with a repeat time that we can express as a fraction of a beat. So I want, in this case, 3/4 of a beat. And I also want a tempo in beats per minute to add to the calculation. And what we're going to get is a delay time in milliseconds. So we got 3B over 4. That's the 3/4 of a beat. And I'm multiplying by 96 beats per minute. But if I multiply 3B times 96B, I'm going to get beats times beats, or beats squared, and I don't want that in my result. I just want to have seconds. So what we're going to do is turn the second fraction upside down. Instead of writing 96 beats per minute, I'm going to put 1 minute per 96 beats, which is identical. It's the same. 96 beats per minute is the same as saying 1 minute for every 96 beats. This way the B's cancel out to give us just minutes. Now we have minutes, but we want seconds, so we're going to multiply by 60 seconds per minute. So that's 60s over m. And now the m's, the minutes, will cancel out. Okay, so now I just calculate, whip out the calculator. 3 divided by 4 divided by 96 times 60. So I got 0.46875 seconds, which is about a 469 millisecond delay. So so you know what that sounds like. I'm going to turn that back on. Sounds Sounds cool with any arpeggio. Here's A minor. Also, double stops are really cool. I'm just playing eighth notes, right, to get those 16th notes. And things, simple exercises like diatonic thirds. Yeah, and you can just try it with all kinds of interval studies and different scale ideas. It's really cool with a diminished. Okay, so anyway, like I said before, the equation boils down to dividing 45 by the tempo. So if I wanted to do it at 110 beats per minute, I would divide 45 by 110, and that gives you 0.409 seconds. So this is what the equation looks like, and let's just see what happens. I'm going to move my milliseconds to, what I say, 409, and I'm going to set the metronome at 110 over here. Well, actually, it's 112. So I'm going to do the calculation again for 112, although it would probably be about the same. So this time I got 45 divided by 112. 401. Okay. So then play eighth notes. 3, 4. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, so that works. And I wanted to show you the equation because I wanted to also do it with triplets. And there may be other things that we could try to do, like a 6/8 time. I think I'll try that. But for now, let me stop the tape for a second and get a triplet feel, a shuffle groove up here. Okay, so I recorded a quick shuffle beat, and that's at 112. Is that what I just did? Yeah, I just did 112 beats a minute. Sounds like this. A 1, 2, a 3, 4, a 1, 2, 3, 4, a 1. So you can see how the bass part is pretty simple. It's actually quarter notes, but there is a shuffle feel. Okay, so let me calculate what the delay time needs to be. I got, let's see here. I have to play quarter note triplets, and those, if you remember from the previous video, I'll link that in the comments. Quarter note triplets are a shuffle rhythm followed by the middle note of a triplet. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So we got a shuffle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then a reverse shuffle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so the delay is going to repeat our first note onto the next downbeat. Then the second note of the shuffle is going to get repeated in the same place on the second beat. Okay, so that's going to sound pretty cool. It's also going to be really good practice for making sure that we can play quarter note triplets consistently. So the shortcut to this delay setting is to divide 60 by the tempo in beats per minute, because you want a delay of 1 beat, and there are 60 seconds in a minute. So if your triplet-based song is 112 beats per minute, calculation is going to look like this: 1 beat over 1 times 1 minute per 112 beats times 60 seconds per minute. Cancel the B's and the M's, and you get 0.536 seconds. So here's what that's going to be like. Here's my, wait a minute, I got to put that in here. What is it? 536 milliseconds. Okay. And then I'm going to go back over here and play my little beat that I just laid down. Turn on the delay. Make sure there's a recording, yeah, okay. So I got to play quarter note triplets, like this. So let's stop that. That works pretty good. Now this, to subdivide an eighth note triplet, we could use 1/2. And I haven't actually laid down a beat here. Actually, if you think about it, it's 3/6. If you think about what you're trying to do, you're dividing a triplet into a sextuplet. Yeah, that's right. 6 notes per beat. So for every note of the triplet you play, you're going to get another note after it. So it's going to go. But all those notes won't be the same, right? It's going to go all over the place. And I'll have to stop and come up with a... Well, actually, let's just play it here. Let's say I got triplets and... 1/2 is going to mean I divide 50 by the tempo. And let's just make that slow, like, 70 beats a minute or so? About 72. Okay, so that's what I'm going to play. And doing the calculation, 1B/2 times 1 minute over 70 beats times 60 seconds per minute equals about 429 milliseconds. Okay, turn that on. Okay, so that's actually going to be on the and. That's going to be even in this tempo, I think. So let's see what it sounds like if I got it right. First I got to play in time. Wow. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and... Aha. That's the important thing I should have said earlier, is that's the faster you do this, the more important it is to play staccato. Mute your notes, right? So here it is again. I'm going to mute these single strings and play triplets. 3 and 4 and yeah. Okay, now this would actually work the same if this were in 6/8 time, where each beat is 3 eighth notes long instead of the little triplet marks. You just have a dotted quarter note, and it would sound the same, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there for today because that's a lot of information and this video is getting long. And I just want to close by saying, if you're not familiar with things like sextuplets and triplets and 16th notes and counting and tapping your foot and all of that, then please get this book, Rhythmic Lead Guitar. And if you can, if I haven't said so, please subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for following me down this rabbit hole, and I'll see you next time.